In this section, we're going to be condensing a couple logarithms. So let's condense into a single log. Into a single log. So in the end, we only want one log, so we want log of whatever's in the inside. Okay, so this is going to be the first part. So let's say we have log base 6 of 4 plus log base 6 of 9. Okay, so first we'll start off with a couple numbers. Now, we want to combine them into one single logarithm. So we have log base 6 of 4 plus log base 6 of 9. Well, because it's addition, remember the product property, we can turn them into multiplication. So now we looks like this. Now we want to make it into one single log. So this addition is now going to turn into multiplication. So this is going to be log base 6 of 4 times 9. So this is going to be log base 6 of 36. Now, do we know what this is? Well, yeah, what should I raise 6 to get a 36? That's actually just equal to 2. So the answer is just 2. Okay. All right, now let's do another problem. Let's say we had 3 ln of x plus 4 ln of y minus 2 ln of z. So now we're going to have to undo everything or redo it. I don't know. So now the first thing that I notice is the numbers in the front. I have a couple numbers. I have this 3, I have this 4, and I have this 2. Let's not worry about the minus yet. So let's bring them to the front because that's the opposite of it, okay? So this is going to be ln of x cubed plus ln of y to the 4th minus ln of z to the squared. Okay? Now let's do one thing at a time. Let's first start off with this one. This is addition. That means it's going to turn into multiplication. So it'll be ln of x cubed times y to the 4th minus ln of z squared. Now this is going to be subtraction. So this is going to turn into a fraction. X cubed y to the 4th divided by z squared. Okay, and this is going to be my final answer. Now you know that you got it right if you just go ahead and undo all of this and you get what you had in the beginning. Okay, so let's do a couple more. Let's do this one. Let's say you had log base 5 of 2 minus log base 5 of x plus log base 5 of y. Okay, so first I notice this is a minus, so this is going to turn into a fraction. So it's going to be log base 5 of 2 over x plus log base 5 of y, because that thing is just lingering. And now this addition is going to turn into multiplication, so this is going to be log base 5 of 2 over x times y. Okay, now you can stop right here, but usually this y can be rewritten as over 1. So this is just going to be log base 5 of 2y over x. And that's going to be my final answer. All right, let's do one more. So let's say you have 1/3 log x minus 3 log x plus 1. All right, so the first thing that you want to look at is this 1/3 and this 3. We gotta put it to the front. So this is going to be log x to the 1/3 minus log x plus 1 to the 3rd power. Okay, now this is subtraction, so it's going to turn into a fraction. So we're going to have log x to the 1/3 over x plus 1 to the 3rd power. And you can further this can be the answer if you want, but if you want to be a little bit more cool, I guess, you can write it as the cubed root of x over x plus 1 cubed. Both of these are the correct answers. You don't need to, there's not one that I care about the other one. They're both correct. Okay, Now, something that you might have to notice is that some of you guys may not have the base. So, for example, let's say I didn't quite know what log base 6 of 36 was, and your calculator doesn't do it. So if you have the TI-30, I think your calculator doesn't do it. Or the Casio, I don't think does it either. But there's a way that you can do it. And one way that you can do it is using the change of base formula. I'm not going to test you on this, but this is more for an FYI in case you want to know what one of the logs are. Change of base. Here is the formula. So let's say you had some sort of log base b of a. Well, one thing that you can do, you can take the log of a divided by the log of b. And notice that I have base 10. It doesn't need to be base 10, you can have ln. Now, where would this be useful? Okay, so let's say you wanted to figure out what log base 6 of 36 was. So you didn't know what it was, you wanted to use your calculator. Unfortunately, yours doesn't have the base 6, but you know the change of base formula. Well, what the change of base formula says is that you can take the log, any log that you want, and I'm going to take the log of whatever a is, which is a 36, divide this by the log of 6. Okay, and every calculator should have base 10. And actually, when you do this, when you divide this, you should get 2. Okay, and you can do the same thing with ln. You can do the ln of 36 divided by the ln of 6, and you'll still get 2. So you can use any base that you want. So this is more of an FYI, just in case there's a particular logarithm that you quite don't know what it is, and you know you should reduce it, but you don't have the fancy calculator. You can always use a change of base formula. Okay.